Spiritual engineering, working out your own salvation with fear and trembling. What's going on, my high vibrational individual expressions of God on earth? It's your boy, that way Rogers, aka Master Teacher 33. Quick nugget need to drop in your lap today, breaking down the working out your own salvation with fear and trembling. We all have our own path. For example, when you look at the way by which we engineer reality, reality is engineered. Fear is engineered. Poverty is engineered. Everything is engineered. It's structured. Structured thought. It's manipulated. So when we talked about spiritual engineering, we're really talking about manifesting. When we talk about manifesting, we're really talking about confidence. We talk about confidence, we're really talking about being certain. We talk about certain, we're really talking about beliefs or faith. So it's done unto us as we believe. So everything in this universe, in this world, is based upon faith. The Bible talks about without faith it's impossible to please God. And so faith is a feeling. Confidence is a feeling. Manifesting is a feeling. So when you have a strong feeling that something is going to happen, you feel confident. When you don't have that strong feeling that something is going to happen, you are not confident. You are unsure. Then that is doubt. So the universe that we live in is based upon faith. It's based upon confidence. It's based upon certainty. It's based upon knowing, calling those things that are not as though they were, declaring and decreeing. And so that's what the spirit report, the spirit tech is all about. It's the technology of the spirit realm. It's the ability to understand that, that we're all fearfully and wonderfully made in the image and likeness of source code. But what does that mean? First of all, it means that we go through life and we have to examine. That means that right now, if you're listening, you're pondering. You are taking what I'm saying and you weighing it against your own life experiences, your own facts, your own beliefs. So we go through the process of pondering or examining things. Next thing that we do is we contemplate. After we examine something, we contemplate. After we contemplate it, then we may do, if we high speed, we do some research. We just don't take somebody's, I don't know about you, boo-boo, but I just don't take people's word at whatever they're saying. I do some research. So after I examine and contemplate, do a little bit of research, I do further observation. Again, I want to make sure that whatever it is that I'm learning, contemplating, understanding, this is how the spirit realm works. So in the spirit realm, you examine, you contemplate, and then you delve into a little bit more research, then you do some observation. Because observation is a process of participation. Then after the observation, then you do some more what is called measurement. Measurement is just another way of, again, it's like you're a detective. And so you're going through and you're gathering facts. You're gathering information. You're looking at the length, the breadth, the height. That's measurement. After measurement, then we get into what is called praise. Praise is just this. You are just confidently expecting. You have excitement. You really now believe because you went through this process, hopefully. Instead of just taking somebody's word for it, you did your own examination. You did your own contemplation. You did your own research. You did your own measurement. You did your own observation. Then you got into praise. That's when you start seeing yourself in a place where your desires are fulfilled. That's spirit. That's how you work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. Now, so inside of the spirit report, I start with constellations. The word constellation means constant installation. So there is the way cosmogony, not cosmology, cosmogony is the science of how this universe works. When you get into understanding the science, because spirit is science and science is spirit, they both are the same. So you got constellations. That's cosmology or cosmogony. Constellation. There's a constant frequency, wave of vibration that affects you based upon your date of birth. That's why it's so important. This is how you work out your salvation with fear and trembling. This is how you manifest. This is how you establish confidence. This is how you're able to navigate by doing your own research, by doing your own observation, by doing your own examination, by doing your own measurement, by establishing your own confidence. You're not taking the word of someone else. You can, but it's better if you work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. That simply means that you're going into this thing and you're using your gifts. So you take your constant installation, it downloads and it creates an archetype. That's an archon. So we call it a personality. So I have a way of seeing the world that's based upon the constellation that I was born under. So there are 7 different constellations or star clusters that influence, because you are a celestial being. This is called celestial mechanics. So cosmogony is the same thing as, cosmology, similarly, but they're really celestial mechanics. Celestial is another word for astro. Astro is another word for stars. So you're a star. We're made up of the same thing that stars are made of. We're made up of hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen. Then you put that inside of a carbon. So you're a star being. You're a superstar, my brother. You're a superstar, my sister. So you should carry. You should act like you're a star. So that's the first key. The first key that I break down inside of the report is, what constellation are you from? Are you from the Draco system? Are you from the Sirius system? Are you from, Pleiades? So these are star clusters. What star cluster are you from? That establishes, again, your archon. Archon simply means ruler. It simply means the way that archetype, the principal way by which you process information. So when you establish this constellation, you establish an archon, and then you go from you drop down, again, constellations. Then the next thing is there are 7 major archons. That establishes your circle, the life optimization circle. And so as you can see back there on the wall, that's the life optimization circle. So that establishes, but remember where everything starts from. That's how you work out your salvation, with fear and trembling. That's how you walk in the spirit. That's how you're able to manifest. That's how you establish confidence, because it's actually built upon something. It's not just make-believe. You actually went through this 7 steps of examination, contemplation, measurement, observation. Then you did some research. Then you get and establish a level of awareness or a level of excitement. That excitement is built upon something. That establishes expectation. So manifesting is just not make-believe. The law of it, you don't really attract anything. You resonate with something. You come into harmony with something. That is based upon what I call spiritual technology. What's up, Sister Ambra? The spiritual technology is this ability for you as an individual expression of God on earth to work out your own salvation with fear and trembling, just like it says in the Bible. So when you understand that, you now establish something called confidence. It is a very, very strong feeling. The feeling establishes the field, and the field establishes what is real. That's how you manifest. Manifest is the ability to, in the midst of adversity, you stand fast, having done all stand. So it's not based upon smoke and mirrors. It's not a wish. You're not, just making stuff up. You're really confident. Now, your confidence, you find people that are not confident. The reason that they're not confident, because they're not operating in their own spiritual technology. And the reason they're not operating in their own spiritual technology is they got to rely on system. They got religion. They're relying upon a system that are outside of them. They don't know that the kingdom of God is within. So once you over and understand Matthew 6:33, seek ye first the kingdom of God, and all these things will be added. So everything starts with the kingdom. And we know that the Bible says that the word kingdom, again, means basileia. So basileia, again, is not a physical place. It's a mental disposition. That means the king has dominion over your dome. That is a way of thinking. That is not make-believe. It starts with a constellation. Remember, you should be able to prove whatever you be doing have cosmologically or cosmogony. Number 1, cosmology. Number 2, theology. Number 3, biology. That 3-stranded cord is not easily broken. It's done unto you as you believe. The word believe is the word bleed. Believe. So it gets into the blood. So your blood type determines the God type. I break all this down inside of the new spirit report. Now the spirit report, it tells you what star seed or star system you're from. Whether you're from the Draconian system, whether you're from the Pleiades, whether you're from Andromeda. The 7 major star clusters. That's a constant installation. That means it's a resonant. They sending, God, source, the universe is sending. We're not only receivers, we're also emitters as well. We send out our own frequency, our own aura, but it has to be built, established on something that is bigger than you. because you're part of a bigger system. You are an individual. So you are a micro of a macro. You're a smaller version. This is, again, what they call a holographic universe. So when you start with cosmology and you find your star seed system that you're from, and then based upon your cosmology, you drop down and establish what is called theology. Theology is an archon. The archons are just an archetype. The archetype is just the ruling disposition. There are 7 major archons based upon, again, your date of entry, date of birth. Very similar to the Diaconia report, but this just is a higher level of the game, because now everything has changed. The game has changed. I don't know if you know, but if you feel like everything is speeding up, everybody's in the matrix, the things that used to matter to you, they don't really matter anymore. People have a hard time connecting with what's real, because artificial intelligence is introducing so much stuff that is fake. People are losing the ability to be authentic. People have very short attention spans. Most people, again, are using emotional resonance, meaning that they are replacing their authentic resonance with emotion. And so it's giving them a false high, because, again, the dopamine that's being released, but it's artificial, it's engineered. So it's getting harder and harder to be real, to be authentic, to stand on something that is bigger than you, because it's inside of you. It's inside of your DNA. So that's why the spirit technology, spirit report, under understanding, walk in the spirit, you will not fulfill the lust of the flesh. But it starts with understanding your starseed. Then it understands your archon, what is called the archons. You are your own archetype. Your personality is your personal reality. So once you establish that, then you drop down. Once you get the spirit correct, then you can drop down to the soul. Mind, will, emotion, imagination, intellect. When you get the soul correct, then you can control the body, or the 5 senses. Most of us have it reversed. So you got to reverse it back to the original way that they were set up by source. Spirit, soul, body. The body shouldn't be controlling the soul, and the soul should not limit the spirit. You should walk in the spirit. So how do you walk in the spirit? You establish the spirit. How do you establish the spirit? By establishing and over and understanding cosmogony. Some people call it astrotheology. And so when you over understand that, then you can drop down and establish a church. What is the church? The church comes from the Greek word kirka. Kirka simply means circle. So that's why I get into talking about, in order to get out of the effective coping mechanism. So right now you're coping. You got a mechanism, whether it's your job, whether it's your husband, whether it's your wife, your children. Right now, you use that to cope. Not you personally, but people you know. So to override your coping mechanism, you got to tap into something that's real. It's not make-believe. So what I'm doing right now, I can do all day, 24/7, 365, because I'm a 3. I'm a creative, then I'm a 3-3. So I'm a creative creator, born that way. I didn't learn it. Then that makes me a 6. So if you're a 1, you're a leader. If you're a 2, you're a follower, because you got intuition. But you're following your own gut. So you're kind of like independent. If you're a 3, like me, you're a creator. If you're a 4, you're a stabilizer. You're dependable. You're very practical. You're salt of the earth. If you're 5, you're freedom. You're adventurous. If you're 6, like me, you're a compassionate communicator. I communicate compassionately. If you're a 7, you're an analytical person. If you're an 8, you're an executive. If you're a 9, you're very sophisticated. You're very spiritual. So that's your archetype. So what if you go against that, though? Now remember, your most pressing problem is your most profitable product. What is my problem? I'm a 3-3-6. What is the solution to my problem? I'm a 3-3-6. So the only reason you own the planet, this is my matrix. My matrix is, how do I create balance? I can create stuff. I'm like this video. I'm off the dome, man. I ain't got no notes. I'm just talking. Now, I've done over 5,000. I got over 1,000 books. I got over 5,000 shows. I create stuff all day. What's the problem? I don't market it. I don't promote it. I don't finish it. So I'm here to learn how to be a finisher, because I'm a 3. So I got to find balance. That's my purpose of being on this planet. You're here to learn how to find balance. Male and female, yin and yang, up, down, happy, sad, fat, skinny, rich, poor, balance, boo-boo. That's why we're here. So I just can't create and create and create. I got to learn now, after I create it, what do I do with it? I got to learn how to manage it. I got to learn how to market it. I got to learn how to promote it. I do a pretty good job of it, but I got a lot more. I can do a lot better. That's how I generate wealth. Learn me. Work out my own salvation. Mine. I can't save you. You can't save me. We're all here to learn, to understand, to master the matrix. Don't run from it. Master it. That, my brothers and sisters, is what the church is. Then that drops into your blood type. So your blood type, everybody, whether you A, whether you B, whether you AB, or whether you O, your blood type establishes your church. The 7 churches and the 7 blood, because AB positive, AB negative, they're both the same. The Church of Philadelphia. So in this report, I break down the blood. We get into, remember, blood, bleed, believe. Bleed and believe are the same thing. They're phonetically the same. We live in a world that's based upon phonics. So I break this down and I put the blood type inside of this report as well. Then that gets to the planet. 7 planets. We know that there's more, but there's primarily 7 planets. The planet is the plan ET. So you are a extraterrestrial. Terrestrial simply means dirt. So, but we are celestial. But we have a terrestrial experience. So this is the plan to take extra terrestrials. PLAN, plan. ET, planet. So whether you're from Gaia, that's Earth. Now remember, all of these 7 major planets, all of the 7 archons, all of the 7 major constellations, 7 blood types, 7 churches, all of this, all of these 7s. Now again, we're talking about the major. That's 88, I think, just like keys. 88 keys on the piano, 88 constellations. Constellations are star clusters. So we break these down and we connect all of this there. That's your name. So the name follows this flow chart. If you want to use that term here, I don't know if you can see that. But that's all it is. It's top down. So spirit, blood is just slowed down light. It's congealed light. That's you. Your blood type is how your spirit wave, unlimited, reduced itself down to a particle, a body, a one specific purpose, destiny. So you are nothing but dumbed down God, dumbed down light. If you take, now remember, quantum physics states, the double slit experiment, the observer determines what is observed. How do you collapse a wave into a particle? Observation. What is observation? Everything that we just said. There are 7 keys to observations that I talk about inside of this personal report. Sells for $449, it's on sale for $199, $199 instead of $400. Just like the Dear Canary report. Except this is high level. Because why? New level, no devil. We're on a whole new level now. The game has changed. I don't know if you can sense it. I don't know if you can feel it. Look what's going on with the politics. Man, there's a separation taking place. The rapture is already happening. It's a vibrational thing. There's a separation between the wheat and the tares. I mean, you can see it. You can feel it. If you're really spiritual, you know something's going on. The stuff that used to, man, that's people. A lot of people are going through a lot of stuff. You know, marriages, finances, health. How do you maintain a positive brain? Because my product and your product is the fruit of the Spirit. That's it. Bottom line. It ain't money. It ain't cars. It ain't houses. It ain't muscles. It's, can you maintain a mental disposition in the middle of adversity? People are freaking out mentally. People are nervous. People don't know what to do next. People are losing jobs. A lot of stuff is happening, man. So people going to come at you. You're going to get letters in the mail. People going to threaten you to see if you're going to buy it. The devil's selling. The devil goes around like a roaring lion. So your job is not to buy it. People selling it, that don't mean you got to buy it. So don't buy fear. You got to walk in faith. But faith cannot be make-believe. Faith is pistis, pistou, and pytho. Faith is the ability to induce yourself to believe by your own words. Sure, it's great if you got a reverend, doctor, or bishop. It's great if you got the Helios Biblios. It's great. It's awesome if you got the Quran. It's awesome if you got the Codex Gigas or the Nag Hammadi text or the Dead Sea Scrolls. Man, it's awesome. But bruh, at the end of the day, you need to have a little voice in your head. And you have to influence that little voice in your head. You have to call those things that are not as though they were. You got to talk to yourself. Faith is self-induced. You got to tell yourself, I am an individual expression of God. All things work together for my good. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. All who rise up against me going to get smoked. You got to be able to call and talk to yourself. It's great if you can, if you got a Reverend Dr. Bishop that you can call and they can encourage you. If you got an MT33. But what if it's just you, bro? What if you in the lion's den? What if you up against the Red Sea? What if your back? What if you was in the belly of the whale? Why do you think we have all of these stories inside of the Bible? To teach you, so Jesus came that you may have life and life more abundantly. Yahushua the HaMashiach. Man, they don't get caught up in the terms, man. Listen to the story. What's the message? Do you digest and implement it? I know a lot of people that can quote scriptures. I know a lot of people that go to church every Sunday. But the first time something happens, what happened? Man, they running like chickens with their head cut off. They lost, they confused, they crying, they begging. Oh, they don't know what to do, man. Where's your mental resolve, homie? Where's your mental disposition? Is this your first rodeo? I don't think so, bro. Are you still on the milk? Are you a little baby? Are you a baby Christian? You still hooked on the titty? Come on, man. We should be eating meat now. Steak. Spiritual steak. You should be able to stand in the middle of the valley. In the middle of the valley. You should be able to stand in the lion's den. You should be like the 3 Hebrew boys. They can throw you in the fire, and guess what? That was the 4th one in there. And he shined like the Son of Man. That should be you, bro. You should come out smelling like your favorite perfume or cologne. You don't even smell like, you've been in the fire, you come out, you don't even smell like smoke. That's high speed, bro. So that's what the Spirit Report is about, man. That's what I'm doing over Chimp. I don't know what y'all doing over there. Sister Amber, what you doing over there, Sister Amber? Hopefully you grinding and shining too, my sister. Hopefully everybody else that's listening to this, man. Again, go to the website, Master Teacher 33. I've been doing this for 30 plus, bro. I ain't going nowhere until the Big G says, bro, come on up, Chimp. Until then, I'm working on my own salvation with fear and trembling. And I'm here to assist you to establish love, joy, peace, gentleness, meekness, and self-control. Against such things, there is no law. There's no rules. This is above all these man-made laws, man. Live on a higher plane. Don't drop down and live. You cannot use the devil's words and establish God's system. I'm going to say that slow. You cannot use linguistics. You cannot use language. You have to speak spirit. What language does God speak? God, source the universe, does not speak English. In fact, God, source the universe, doesn't have a voice box or a vocare. God is spirit. Those that work for him must work for him, must worship him. Worship means war-ship. You're a vessel. You made up of water. This is your ship. It's time to wage war. That's the key to manifesting. Manifesting is saying to that mountain, be thou removed and be cast into the sea. Because the Bible, the Helios Biblios, whether you believe in it or not, it doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is, do you believe in yourself? And do you believe in source? Do you believe that greater is he that is in me or you than he that is in the world? Man, I got over, 5,000 different resources available. I got over 1,000 different books that I've written and published over the last 30 years. If you need assistance, man, go to the website, masterteacher33.com. Click on the link that says Life Management System. Click on the link that says Product and Services. And brother, sisters, I'm here to assist you with being the best and the highest version of you. I don't know about you, but as for me, myself, and I, all three of us, we grinding and shining. We calling those things that are not as though they were. We walking in confidence and in faith, wealth, health, wisdom, and great relationships. Myself, my God, and with others. There may be some people that don't like me, but I like you. And I believe, and I know, that greater is he that's in you than he that's in the world. You got this. All you got to do is work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. Man, I love you. I appreciate you. I'm at the top, grinding and shining. Y'all know how we do. This ain't our first rodeo. I'm going to see y'all at the top. Make sure that you maintain a high vibrational feeling to establish your aura and your field. Sister Amber, appreciate you. Man, everybody else, I love you guys. Appreciate you. We're going to see you at the top. God bless.